Hey, this is Coach Brian, and welcome to my classroom. As many of you may know, I coach the Esports Club here at Central Academy of Technology and Arts, and it has been an amazing experience. I can't understate the importance of being able to run an in-person club where the kids can actually meet together, strategize together. There's a certain level of empathy that's built here where they can actually see each other's face to face and they can give each other feedback in real time while actually looking at their screens and helping to improve each other's performance. Now, this has been a transformational experience for our school, but I would love to see this happen in other schools as well. And so I have a plan, something that I would like to see happen. I'd like for us to be able to build an esports/STEM lab in what we call the fishbowl downstairs. It's just a big room that's surrounded by glass walls. It currently has a wrap around it, so it is obscured from people seeing from the outside. However, it is the ideal location for us to set up a lab like this, where we can have 20 high-end computers that can run high-end software. A lot of people can't afford computers that can run this software, even though a lot of the software is free, such as Unreal Engine. This would give students the opportunity to be able to use this lab after school if they needed to, in order to be able to work on projects for my game design class. They could also use the Autodesk software if they needed to use it for that. Classes could also borrow it to use virtual reality with it, since the computers will be able to run virtual reality through the graphics cards and have some higher end applications there. We also would be able to host esports competitions. Specifically, I'd like to have local competitions where the high schools in the surrounding area can come and compete with us in person and actually experience the benefits of that in-person event. It's my hope that the other schools will be able to see the benefits that this has, and they'll be able to actually push for having this kind of a club there as well. And I'm hoping that eventually we might even be able to get some more esports/STEM labs in the other schools so that this just becomes mainstream. I think that this is a heavily underutilized resource. I don't think that a lot of people really realize what it is. In fact, if anybody lives locally to here, I welcome you to come to one of our competitions and actually see it in person. See the collaboration that the students have. See their communication skills. Actually see the sportsmanship that they are developing through this experience. And I think it's a pretty easy sell if you actually see it in play. But that's the bridge that we have to cross. That's where we need to get the rest of the state, where we need to get the rest of the country. So, in order to build this lab, it's going to cost around $120,000. I'm partnering with Stay Plugged In and they're going to be project managing the whole process. We have the whole thing approved. We have a plan all spread out. We even know the finances and how much everything's going to cost. Just currently, the hurdle that we're trying to cross is money. So I've looked into a lot of grants. A lot of the grants seem to be geared more towards nonprofit organizations, and they even specify that they can't be used for public schools. And so I've also reached out to other individuals, organizations, trying to see if anybody wants to sponsor this or if anybody wants to help us fund this project to get it off the ground. So not a lot of luck with it yet, but I'm not going to stop trying, and I'm hoping that we can find some means to be able to fund this project. But if you have any ideas, if you know anybody that might be able to contribute or help make this a reality, then I'm all ears. I'd love to meet them, and I'd love to be able to talk about what this experience has been like for us and the benefits that this will provide the community. For my long-term goals, I actually would love to see some small esports arenas pop up in the local communities. Being able to have this kind of software and these kind of machines accessible to the public, such as in the same way that the library is, would really bridge the technological gap. I have some students in my class who create things using Unreal Engine or 3D Studio Max, but they can't afford to have a computer at home that can run the software, even though the software wouldn't cost them anything to be able to install and use. And so if we had a lab that was within biking distances of most neighborhoods, then that would give an opportunity for students that live in other communities to be able to learn how to use some of this software and to be able to create things. We also would be able to open it up for workshops for the adults in the community, especially ones that are interested in this sort of thing, so that they could actually possibly even pursue a career in 3D modeling, animation, game design, or any career that is going to require such use of a machine. So that's the long-term goal. That's where I'd like to take it eventually, and if you know anybody who sees potential in this, then please pass this video on, and hopefully we can get the ball rolling on this project. Thank you very much for watching to the end. Please like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. Please share it if you think that anybody else needs to see this.
CATA Esports.